Alright folks, we're out for another night and we're literally a few steps in and found this small male bamboo pit viper right on the side of the steps we're walking down. So I'm not going to focus too much on this one. I'll link a video here with more info on vipers, and I expect maybe we'll see a handful more as we go down these stairs, so we'll do a quick 10-second take on each. Alright, check back in with the next one. Alright, took a little bit longer than I expected, but we've got our next snake, and it's another bamboo. We're just a little bit of the ways into the walk, so hopefully there's a lot more to come. But trusty bamboos, last couple walks. Alright folks, we're at the end of our walk, and it's not been super productive. We saw a few more bamboo pit vipers, but a little bit of the ways in towards the end, we came up with this common rat snake. A very cool find, normally a diurnal snake, but this one was on the move. And it's actually being quite calm and letting us get quite a lot of photos right now. And we don't get a lot of these on the vlog. We've had juveniles before and a subadult at one point, but I think this might be the first kind of this is definitely an adult. It's not as big as they get, but I'd say it's about 4 or 5 feet long, head to tail. And you can see a lot of the characteristics of this snake here in this frame. The piano key striping on the jaw here is a great differentiator between these and the cobra species we have here in Hong Kong, which at quick glance a lot of people actually mistake them for each other. You also have the black mottling towards the tail side that you can kind of see down here, and you can also see the really long tails of these snakes, long and slender tails that really add to the total length. And this one's got its entire tail. A lot of times the ends of their tails have been bitten off, or they may even practice pseudo-autonomy. It's where snakes can actually release their tails when they're under attack or something's grabbing it, a little bit like some lizards. But really cool find. As their name indicates, they actually are quite common. Mostly seen during the day, as I mentioned, but still really cool to film. And it's not very common that you see them this docile as well. So this one is pretty easy to work with to get the footage. Maybe that has something to do with it being nighttime, but really cool. Nice to kind of mix things up from the vipers, especially with something as interesting as this. But I think we're going to go ahead and let this one get on its way and make our way out. It's getting pretty late now. So if we find anything else, we'll check back in. Otherwise, we'll close with this wonderful common rat snake. Oh, and I almost forgot. Maybe I can give scale here, but he might make a move. So if he does, that'll be that. Alright, there's my hand. There's the snake. So you can see not giant, but not small. Alright, close out here. Back again if we find something, otherwise see you on the next one. Alright folks, we've got a new walk and a new snake. Well, not new for the vlog, but not one we see that often. This is a checkered keelback, and it looks like it's edging into shed. And he's trying to make his way out, but I think this one's a little bit calm. They're usually a little bit bitey, but I think I can maybe hang on to this one just for a second and show you guys a little bit. This one's actually a pretty muted pattern for a checkered keelback. Sometimes they can have really big black blotches. Sometimes they can have a really clear streak of yellow on their back, which is where their Latin name comes from. Phaulea flavipunctatus. Flavi is yellow in Latin, and this species in particular does have some yellow interstitial skin running the length of the back. But we're just going to let this guy get on his way, but I wanted to stop and make sure we got a little bit of video for the vlog, especially we're late in the season. I'm not sure how many of these we're going to find. So anyways, pretty cool snake, trying to hide in the leaf litter. But yeah, we're going to keep walking. We'll see if we come up with anything else. If not, we'll jump to the next walk. Otherwise, we'll check back in. All right, go in the river. Alright everyone, something scaly but not a snake. This is a Chinese waterside skink. And they're not super common to find. I think they have healthy populations in Hong Kong, but they're pretty secretive. They live pretty much fully in water. They're very aquatic. They swim very well. They have really detailed scalation that looks like it's made for channeling water. And they've got some pretty cool markings. You can see here on this one on the back. It's a little bit dried out. As soon as it jumps in the water, it'll brighten up quite a lot. But pretty cool little side animal on our snake walk today. And thought it would be fun to show you guys, especially since he's pretty chilled out. I'm assuming he's going to dart off any second. But very cool find. Very happy with this one. We're going to keep going on the walk, and we'll check back in if we come up with anything else. Alright folks, we got our next snake, and it's one of my favorites in Hong Kong, the mock viper. This one's pretty cool because it's actually a very dark color, almost black, with almost no orange and yellow coloration. It almost looks like an axanthic morph, where it's just kind of black and white. But really cool species. This one's about to make a move, so this will probably close us off, but you get a really good view of the V-shaped marking on top of the head here, which is a good way to identify them from some of the other snakes in Hong Kong, especially when they're a more drab kind of coloration like this one is. But really fantastic species. Awesome to be able to find this. We're going to keep going, so we'll check back in if we find something else. Alright, we've got what may end up being our last snake of the day, and I've got one of my buddies here helping me out because, as you can see, it's a decent sized specimen. And in this case, we've got a common rat snake. As their name indicates, they're actually quite common pretty much everywhere in Hong Kong, and certainly in the area we're in today. You can see some key distinguishing features here on the bottom lip with the piano key black and white markings. We've seen 2 of these now this week, so it's definitely one of the more common species to find late in the year. And this one's a very relaxed individual. They can be a bit bitey when you first find them. This one's pretty chilled out. So we're just going to try and get a few photos, still photos, if it'll hang out with us, wrap this video up, and then we'll let it get on its way. But pretty cool find. Again, late in the season. We got a warm day, so I guess it makes sense that some of these things would be out, but pretty fun to find these things. So we're going to keep walking. If we find anything else, we'll pop back on. Otherwise, we'll check back in with you guys on the next walk.